You ever look up at the night sky, at all those stars, and get this feeling of wonder, but also maybe, just maybe, a little bit of dread? Well, today we're diving into one of the most chilling ideas in all of science, a concept called the Great Filter.
It all kicks off with a really simple question. I mean, it's a question a kid would ask. If the universe is so unbelievably huge, where is everybody else?
I mean, let's just take a look at our own neighborhood, the Milky Way galaxy. You're talking about billions of stars, not millions, billions. Many of them are a lot like our own sun. This scale is just mind-bending.
And if you think that number's big, try this one on for size. The number of planets. We're probably looking at trillions. With that many chances, that many rolls of the dice, life shouldn't just be possible, it should be everywhere. We should be hearing their radio shows, seeing the lights of their cities. But when we actually point our biggest radio telescopes at the sky and listen, we get nothing. Total, complete, and utter silence. And that right there, that gaping contradiction, is what we call the Fermi Paradox. All the math tells us the universe should be a loud, bustling cosmic city. But all the evidence tells us we're living in a ghost town. It's a puzzle that's kept scientists up at night for decades. And the possible answers? Well, they're not exactly comforting. One of the most powerful, and let's be honest, one of the most terrifying explanations for the great cosmic silence is this idea called the Great Filter. So picture the entire history of life, from the first spark in some primordial soup all the way to a galaxy-spanning civilization. Think of it like a long hallway with a bunch of doors you have to get through. The Great Filter theory says that somewhere in that hallway there is a wall, a barrier so tough that almost no one, and maybe no one, ever gets past it. And this brings us to what might be the single most important question for our species. Where is that wall? Have we, humanity, somehow, miraculously, already passed it? Or is it still looming up ahead, waiting for us in the dark? This question really splits our future into two totally different paths. Are we the first civilization to ever make it this far? Or are we just the next in a very, very long line of failures? This basically leaves us with two stories. The hopeful one is that the Great Filter is behind us. Maybe the really, truly impossible step was just getting life started in the first place. If that's true, then we won the cosmic lottery. We might be lonely, but we're safe. The road ahead is clear. But then, there's the horror story. In this version, life is common. It pops up all over the place. But something always goes wrong. A civilization gets smart, develops technology, and then it hits the wall. It self-destructs. If that's the reality, then we're not special at all. We're just next.
And to really get a gut feeling for how terrifying that second option is, let's play out a little thought experiment. It's going to turn everything you hope for in space exploration completely on its head.
Okay, so just imagine the headlines tomorrow. A Mars rover drills into the red dirt and it finds it. Not aliens, just simple, fossilized microbes. We would throw a global party, right? This would be the single greatest discovery in history. Or would it? According to the cold, hard logic of the Great Filter, finding that bacteria would be absolutely catastrophic. It would, in fact, be the worst news we could possibly get. And the reason why is just bone-chilling. Think about it. If life started all on its own on two separate planets in one tiny solar system, that means the start of life isn't the hard part. It's easy. It's common. Which means the Great Filter, that civilization-ending wall, can't be behind us. It must be ahead of us. Suddenly, the silence of the universe isn't just empty space anymore. It's a graveyard. And finding life on Mars would mean we're just walking toward our own headstone. So if the filter is ahead of us, what could it possibly be? Some cosmic death ray? An asteroid? The theory suggests it's something way more intimate. We're building the trap ourselves. And you don't have to look very far to see the potential candidates, do you? A superintelligent AI that we can't control? A global nuclear war that throws us back into a dark age? Or maybe we just slowly make our planet unlivable through climate change. These aren't just plots for science fiction movies anymore. They're very real problems on our doorstep, right now. So you have to ask the question, right? Are our biggest accomplishments, our intelligence, our technology, are they actually just the pieces of a doomsday device that every smart species eventually builds for itself? When you look at it this way, the Great Filter isn't some monster hiding in the shadows.
It's a final exam, a test that every species has to take once it becomes powerful enough to destroy itself.
And that test is basically a battle between two parts of ourselves. On one side, you've got our raw intelligence, our cleverness, the ability to split an atom, to write code that thinks, to change the climate of an entire world. And on the other side, our wisdom, our foresight, our compassion, our ability to not use that power to wipe ourselves out. And when we look out at that vast, silent universe, we are looking at the test results. That deep, profound quiet suggests that for civilization after civilization, intelligence grew faster than wisdom. The universe seems to be screaming at us that so far, nobody passes this test. Which leaves us with the final, terrifying question. The silence of the universe isn't just a fun little puzzle. It's a warning. It's a challenge. Every other civilization may have failed, but can we, for the first time in the history of the cosmos, be the ones to get it right? Can we be the exception?